Hello everybody and welcome to the MX Spikes video, and welcome to the future of Supercross racing here on MX Spikes. This is Blockout SX. This is a aerial test track. More specifically, this is a template for the 2026 Aerial Supercross Series. This is basically showing us the jump style, the rut style, the whoops, the corner shaping that we're going to see this year in the 2026 Supercross replicas that we're going to be getting a part of the Aerial Pro Series. We usually get test tracks every year, but they're very important, okay, because they're telling us as a community what Stone Rider is thinking of implementing as far as track scaling goes. In Stone Rider's words, this is some of the most realistic scaling he's ever built. So in this video, I'm going to be giving my full opinion, my sort of analysis of this test track, the scaling. Is it good? Is it bad? You're going to have to stay tuned. And then the second half of this video, I'm going to be doing a race on this track against some pro players. So with that like button, let's go on to the video. All right, boys, this is it, dude. This is a big deal. This track is very, very important, okay? It is. This is the 2026 Supercross scaling for the Aerial Series. We're going to see this scaling for 17 rounds. As of now, there is apparently going to be another test track that is released. I'm guessing it'll be the same scaling, and maybe Stone Rider decides, hey, let me give people another scaling to test, and maybe we can choose. I don't really know what the plan is exactly, but as far as I know, I think he's probably pretty set in stone with this. So, you know, that means I gotta give my opinion, bro. I gotta give my feedback, because this season was a bit of a controversial one as it pertains to Supercross, because, guys, we got no ruts, okay? It's not a secret. Other than Daytona Supercross and maybe a couple inside ruts at a few odd Supercross rounds, we had flat tracks all year. We had highways. We had literal flat highways, and we had high E-road that ended up, you know, forming holes because of the OEMs, and the beta wasn't banned for the first few rounds, and there was freaking ravines getting formed, and it was absolute carnage and mayhem. It was absolute carnage and mayhem. So obviously we don't want this year to follow suit. We want it to be different. And guys, this test track, okay, I'm just gonna start off by saying I like it, okay? I do. And believe it or not, what just happened there is actually one of the reasons I like it, okay? It's difficult, dude. It is a difficult track. Now, I'm a 450 guy, okay? I'm not a 250 rider. If you are a 250 rider and you've ridden this track, please let me know what your opinion is, because I can only speak for myself. As of now, I'm going to probably race 450 Supercross. You know, I don't know, maybe I race a 250 Coast. I don't know. We still got a few months before A1. I want to know what you 250 riders think about this, because I know it's probably extremely hard on a 250, at least to hit the 450 lines. Because even on a 450, it's kind of hard to hit some of these lines in these quads. But let me talk about this track for a little bit, okay? Because I know some of you guys probably haven't ridden it. Maybe some of you are taking a break from this game. I know it's the off season, and people, you know, are probably playing different games. And there's some pretty popular games releasing right now. And you want to know kind of how do I feel, okay? So I'm going to give you guys my opinion. Again, I am very happy to hear you guys' opinions in the comments. Everyone's opinion is important. But this is my opinion. I like it, okay? It's hard. Now, the reason it's so hard is because of the jump scaling. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling right now to hit the big lines. The jumps are very peaky, okay? Oh, they're peaky and they're pointy, which means they send you higher in the air. And also the landings, you just don't have as much real estate on that other side of the jump. I mean, the landings of jumps are steep, and that means you got to be very precise on that takeoff. And you got to have good muscle memory. You have to have good, you know, throttle control, timing. You know, you got to brake tap. If you're going to scrub, you got to time all that. It's just everything, it takes more precision. Okay, now I've always been someone that loves peaky Supercross tracks. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I've always held that opinion. I like Supercross when it's peaky. I like when it's difficult. I like when it's about timing. It's when it's not necessarily so much about speed, but it's more about just getting around the course, okay? Because when you case on these peaky jumps, the chance of you surviving is very slim, okay? You're probably gonna hit the ground. It's not gonna feel good. Oh, all right, Exhibit A right there, okay? I'm just showing you it off, definitely on purpose, meant to do that. But no, I think that the scaling itself, the peakiness of the jumps, I like it a lot. Now, you're also gonna obviously notice we do have ruts. As I said in the intro, there is a smooth version and a rutted version. I don't think ruts have been confirmed for 2026. I think it'd be kind of crazy if the Supercross tracks don't have ruts this year, because I felt like a lot of people complained about there being no ruts you know, in 2025. I don't know. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I'm just very happy to see that we at least have a test track that has ruts on it. And it actually rides pretty good because the test track we got last year before the 2025 season, he gave us a rutted version and a smooth version similar to this year. But the rutted version was so bad and it was so unfun that when there was a poll and people ended up voting for no ruts, you know, really that test track was the reason that vote went that way. That test track just skewed so many people's opinions on rutted Supercross, and it just ruined it, okay? It ruined the poll, and then 4 rounds into the Supercross season, everyone was crying for ruts again. So hopefully this year that we just skip that part and we just go right to rutted Supercross for 17 rounds, okay? I think a lot of people can probably agree. I mean, Daytona was my favorite round from the 2025 season. It was also the round I did my best at. I think I got 4th place or 5th place. I think it was 4th place in EU 250, by the way. I literally topped on 250 for that round and somehow had my best finish of the year. But I like ruts. I like ruts. I like roughness. I like when the games slow down. I will say with this track, I think in certain sections it slows the game down. But I think in other sections it's kind of fast, okay? When you get ruts in corners, especially with just how good and capable these current OEMs are and the amount of traction we have and really just how solid the front ends are. I mean, you can attack corners like crazy. By the way, those whoops are so hard. But since we can attack corners, you know, so quickly with these ruts, I mean, it does allow for some really, really high speeds. That's not something I'm super excited about just because, again, I want this to be more about consistency and not necessarily speed because I'm not someone that has a ton of speed, but that's kind of my own bias. But really, other than that, I think the ruts are good. They're smaller. They're more like the SMX style ruts that we've seen over the last 2 years, which is something we weirdly didn't really get in 2024 Supercross. Like the tracks in 2024 were rutted, but there was massive braking bumps and the ruts were so deep and it was just kind of weird. Like the way he did the ruts and roughness was just, it was too aggressive at times, man. And as a 250 rider back then, I was struggling on those tracks. Now I liked it because it slowed things down. You know, that was my best Supercross season. It was the only time I ever got an aerial podium. I was like a top 5 guy in 250 East for like the first half of the season, and then I kind of just got burnt out. But that was definitely my best year of Supercross. But I will say overall, like the tracks kind of made people mad just because of how over the top he went. I think this is like a perfect medium. I think the ruts, you know, you got a little bit of chitter chatter here around the track, but the smaller ruts, they allow you to, you know, take outsides and not drag your handlebar. I think that's the biggest thing. Like I can come around here and stand up and not drag my handlebar on the inside ruts, which I think is good. That's a problem we've always kind of faced in this game. But and that's kind of my opinion. I like that the whoops are hard. That's something I enjoy. I've been saying that the last couple of years. I feel like the whoops in this game have just continuously gotten easier, almost. But that whoop section back there, the way he scaled it, is pretty difficult. I kind of have a dialed suspension set up now. It's mostly just based on how I enter them. But whoops should be hard, man. I just feel like in this game, you don't even really think when you go through the whoops. Your mindset is, can I get a fast run? It's never, can I survive them? You know, and I just want that to change. But other than that, I think the test track's good. I think this is a good direction. I think it's a good start. But maybe if there's ways that things could slow down a little bit more, I would be happy with that. Also, I do have to say, I do have a poll on my YouTube channel in the posts section. The poll is asking what you guys want for traction going forward with the OEMs. Do you want a little less? Do you want the same? Do you want a little more traction? I want to know what you guys think. My personal opinion, I want a little less traction. That's just me, okay? Especially on the 250s. I feel like the 250s have just crazy traction in this game right now. But that's coming from someone with thousands of hours. So I want to know what you guys think as a community. So I really appreciate if you guys could go over there and vote on that. Now I'm going to show you guys a race I did versus a couple pro players. This was about an hour after this track drop, so I really didn't have a lot of experience on it. But it was a super fun race. It went down to the last lap, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get right into it. All right, boys, race time. Some pros in here. I think there's 2 pros. We're all new to the track. I've only been on the track for about an hour. I'm not even going to try on the start because I know how these guys are. I did not cut that corner. Nobody saw it. Oh, that's an absolute murder, and that's exactly why I waited up on the start. Now, Jesse right here, this is a pro race winner in aerial. He's quite good, and I'm also good, I think. Oh, maybe I'm not good. Maybe I'm not good. Please respawn. My bike was doing the crip walk. Let me refocus. This is a track that I've learned in my youthful amount of time on it that you cannot try super hard, because if you do, you will case jumps, you will over jump, and that was definitely not a cross jump. And you just won't ride well, so I need to just kind of ride relaxed, not ride over my head. I think consistency on this scaling is going to pay off, which is what I love. Colby, please. Oh, that inside is definitely viable, but not as easy as that outside line. Jesse's got a bit of a lead here, so if I'm going to win this race, this is going to be an absolute comeback. I'm going to follow Colby here. Where's he going? He's going outside. I like this line. Makes this tripling a lot easier. He's going to go off the track, though. He is on an SPX performance machine. Oh, please. I don't know how I just cleared that. I just OJ'd that triple so hard. He actually went outside line there into the whoops. I like going middle line. Okay. Thought I wasn't going to clear that for a second. Well, we got the traction. This inside rut is freaking fast, but man, is so freaking sketchy. Same with this inside rut. It's very easy to go over it, but gotta be very precise. And I'm sensing a crash from Colby here soon, or maybe from me. Oh, Colby's not even going for the quad. What is he doing? He's going outside here. Okay, Colby's a bit of a sissy. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing sissy activities, man. Hit some freaking quads, take some insides. Oh my goodness, that's not actually gonna be the track there. Oh, I was about to say. Please don't run into me. Thank you. I don't know how he survived that. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I think he just crashed. I don't think I hit him. At least on my screen I didn't. That was an absolute cross jump, and I will not defend myself. That was absolutely terrible. Didn't mean to do it though, and I think Jesse just went down. Hold on a second here. Jesse's a kid, as far as I know. He's quite young in his, you know, years on this world. And now, usually young players in this game, they're fast, right? They got good one-lap speed, but they're not very consistent, all right? They got the TikTok brain virus. And I'm getting a ton of time on him here this lap, and this was by no means an amazing lap for me. I think I'm just going to start going outside here. I don't trust that inside. It's too sketchy. I also don't trust this rut. I like just cutting down. I know it's a bit slower. A lot more consistent, though. Oh, we're not greasing the quad, but we got SPX, so we can just kind of eat that case. This is a really important section right here. Getting that freaking quad over table is super hard. Quad's quite easy, though. Oh, that's an OJ. Not going to try. No points, just double, double, triple. Probably lose about half a second to him there. Not a ton of time. I think we're actually pretty similar in speed. His last lap was like a 130, which is not great, but he did crash. Gonna keep playing it safe with this outside. He's riding pretty good, though. I think he's caught a bit of a second wind here. Oh, please. Holy luck. How did I just clear that? These whoops are very hard. I've learned to just kind of click up to about 4th or 5th, and you kind of just tap the throttle. I think once I learn the entry technique, then I can kind of rail it, but I'm not quite there yet. And Jesse is kind of barking me right now. See what this gap is. It's 4 seconds. That's not ideal. Very doable, though. One crash, and it could all change. But man, is he barking. Oh my god, it's a massive case. I gotta get this step on. Got it. Huge. Kind of saved ourselves there. We didn't panic. That's the main thing. You can't panic on this track. Gotta stay within yourself even when you make a mistake. And you won't lose a ton of time. If you lost about half a second there, it's not too bad. Not too bad, and I see yellow flags. And he's down. Dude, I don't know why he's making so many mistakes. He's got a huge lead. I don't even know what happened to him there. He must have just lost the back end. Oh, he gained so much time on him here. Dude, you know what happens when the gen gets close. People get a little bit nervy. Oh, he's down. The whoops got him. You got to run SPX, Jesse. You gotta run SPX. You gotta learn what the tech is talking about, brother. I'm getting through the whoops just freaking fine. Okay. I knew I was gonna probably miss that rut one time. But again, didn't panic. Kept it on 2. White flag is out. If I can just run a nice little consistent lap here, not try to do anything insane, we should beat him. But I know he's on a mission to beat me. He does not want to lose to the Jan. I don't think anyone wants to lose to the Jan. Keep taking a bad angle there, but somehow I keep making it work. That was dumb. All right, step on, step off. He made a mistake too, apparently. Must have been a massive mistake. Bro ain't even close. All right, this is a super important corner up here. This is actually kind of hard. I need to just catch this inside rut, make sure I get it. There we go. Don't case that, because this is a really steep landing. And just playing it safe here with this middle rut. The inside's a lot quicker to triple in, but it's also a lot harder. I'm not even going to test this. Oh, I'm kind of choking. Oh, my suspension just saved me right there. Should have went over the bars. Last whoops run. I mean, not amazing, but it was pretty damn good considering. Couple more corners to go. I cannot go over this rut. Part of me wants to just go outside here. But I'm not a bitch. Oh, please. Inside. Can't take me out. I don't know if we have cuts. I don't think we do. I think we just got the W, baby.